This is something when I work with teams, and I learned this from Coach Dan, and I learned it from the great coach I had, was the removal of why questions. He
Mm.
never asked me why. He never said, why did you do this? Why didn't you do this? And I didn't know at the time what the big deal was. And it was always what, or let me know the thought process here. And I'm very intrigued at what you were thinking. I'd like to learn. But there was never a why did you do this or why didn't you do that? And as I got a little older, I started realizing the people that said, why did you do that? It's a very interrogating question. It makes you very defensive. It's very judgmental. Why didn't you do this? Or Sophia, why did you do that? Right away, people get defensive. And it's, you either bark back or you shut down, or you give the most surface level answer you can because you just want them to back off. And, I think a lot of us do that without thinking. And that's the big thing. The great leaders, they understand the power of the words they use, and everything's done deliberately and consciously. And I didn't realize till later that Dan never said, why did you do that? Or why didn't you? It was a lot of the whats, and it was a lot of then the backing off and really trying to allow us to explain our thought process and where we're going. I think it's huge. If you remove why, you're going to have a lot probably better communication and people opening up. The why it can be very interrogating, and it's not a comfortable thing to be asked why all the time.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that. I think that's really important. I mean, I think human nature, it's easier for us to ask those closed-ended questions, I find, as well. So on the opposite side of things, it's, do you need any support from me? Yes or no, right? Do you think you're doing a great job? Yes or no? As opposed to those what questions where it's an open-ended type question. It makes them think a little bit more, and it's more engaging to have a conversation like that. It's more of a robust, honest type dialogue when you ask those what questions. I totally agree.
Yeah, well, it actually is a conversation. Where the other one is just give me the answer and we move on, right? Let's move on. And again, it comes back to the full circle of building trust, and that's not trust building. That's just getting me off your back, right?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So being an authentic leader. So I guess a takeaway on this one for me was, I love the 3 H's. So hero, hardship, and
highlight.
Yeah.
And always be the first one to lead those, because, as you said, a leader can't go, okay, everyone tell me these things. Well, why am I going to open up, right? I think that's kind of leadership 101, but I think it's worth reminding that you're going to put anyone in a situation where they might be sharing something vulnerable. You got to lead first. You got to be in the front of the line. Yeah. And you can't softball it either. If you want this to be impactful, you have to let people know that you are willing to be real with them before you can dare ask them to be real with you. I mean, I think that goes without saying, but it's worth reminding.